Well, what's going on, guys? So I'm still, making arrangements and stuff like that in the studio space, I guess. Big shout outs to you guys that saw my last video and actually liked the way the setup was or is still. So I might keep it like that, do a few tweaks, and then also, on this side, it's gonna be different. We're gonna build something really, really cool. Got some sketches. So in this video, I'm gonna go over pretty much what I've been doing with the Canon EOS R, the types of shoots that I've been doing, and also kind of give you guys like my thoughts on the actual camera system itself, on what's going on in the future within Canon, and what I think maybe if I'm gonna buy it or not, but not sure. We don't know. But anyway, let's go to the actual place where we're gonna film at, because this is kind of weird looking. Let's go. All right, so let's get to the gist of it, right? The Canon EOS R. I want to talk about a few things regarding this camera, and that's price and functionality, actually. And also the last question is like, will I buy it? All right, so as far as price goes, currently right now it's at $1,800, but like during the holidays, it was around $1,400. That was an amazing steal. And then you notice like everyone on YouTube was like just copying that camera, which I mean, I can't knock it because like it's $400 off. I mean, it's a great deal for the camera and the price. Now, there is an EOS R and an EOS RP currently right now. The EOS RP, I believe you can get the body for about $1,000. So, that's actually not a bad price for a full frame camera. And it does have a few things that lack from the EOS R, but depending on the type of photography that you're doing, you may or may want to kind of take advantage of that deal with the EOS RP, because again, it's only $1,000 to jump into the full frame system. Now the EOS R Mark II should be coming out soon. Don't know when exactly, but I mean, if that's the case, I probably wouldn't jump on any of these cameras, because if the specs are amazing on that one, then you might want to jump on that. Now the price of the body isn't the biggest issue for me. My main issue right now is the glass price. It is quite pricey, even from like this 24-70 2.8 version. Now there's a 28-70 f2, and that thing is also just as pricey. So I mean, you can pretty much spend about like over $2,000 for one piece of glass. Now if you've been following me on the YouTube channel, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button below. But past videos, I've been using the 24-70 shooting different portraits, and it's been an amazing kind of just journey jumping into this system. The fact that these lenses have IS in them, image stabilization, to me is awesome, because of the fact that the camera body doesn't have in-body stabilization, but it does have the electronic stabilization. So I think that that's something you might want to take advantage of if you're going to be jumping into this system. And also, if you're only getting the Canon mount to use for other EF glasses, that's awesome. That's great. Go ahead and do it. So you can kind of take advantage of the fact that there's electronic stabilization in it. But if you really want to jump into the EOS R system, you definitely got to at least pick up one piece of glass. I've only messed with the 24-70 and also the 15-35, and those lenses are a beast, especially that 15-35. I mean, especially for vlogging, and also you could take portraits at 35mm. Now, as far as functionality goes, the body of this camera, I like the grip of it. Now the EOS R has something really, really cool, which is, when I take out the lens, don't judge me, there's actually a really cool curtain that covers the actual mirror. So in case there's any dust or anything in the air, it won't go into it. It'll be really awesome to see Sony do something like this, because it's like the little things really that count. The fact that this camera has this, to me, is like super beneficial to get it, especially depending on the, scenario where you're at, the weather that you're dealing with, mostly if you're in a dry area, something like that you might want to pay attention to. The other cool thing, I mean, the grip itself, I think it's amazing. The fact that one card slot, I mix emotions on it, because I shoot weddings and also portraits with my Sony a7 III, and I'm so used to shooting with dual card slots. For the Sony system, I was shooting a lot with the 80D, which I was kind of used to doing this, but when I was shooting weddings with one card slot, I don't know, I questioned it, and I was always scared. Just in case what happens if my card messed up or whatever like that. That's a whole different topic. People, like to go back and forth with that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the actual screen itself. I love the swivel screen. I wish the Sony system had it. The a6600 for me helps with that. Having the screen, I'm hoping to get that this year. That's like kind of like my next big purchase is the 6600. But having this on the side is so awesome to have, and I missed it ever since using this for the past 2 months. I've missed using it, and it's been something that I wish I always had, and did complain about obviously not having it, because then you have to deal with different monitors and all that stuff. The next thing I want to talk about is the actual menu system itself. Canon's menu system has always been simple, and I like it a lot actually, but for some reason I feel more comfortable using my Sony a7 III. And the reason why is because there's a ton of custom buttons that I can just press. I don't have to dial in or just have to, you know, click, scroll. It's right on there. I have my custom 1, 2, 3, and 4 ready to roll with me in case I'm in a pinch and I need to change something, whether if it's a, you know, punching in at Super 35 mode. I already have that in my hands and around my thumb. I could just press it. Again, menu system is amazing in the Canon. It kind of sucks into Sony internally, but when you apply those custom buttons and those features, you know, it just works awesome, and just like the workflow is just easier. But one thing I don't like about this camera, and I'm pretty sure everyone talks about it, is that swivel slider thingamajigger where, you know, it's I don't like it. I haven't yet found a reason to actually use it. You know? But it's kind of cool though also to see Canon trying to implement something different as far as a different user experience goes, but I just don't think it just works or is beneficial to me. One weird thing I was having problems with this camera is, and I believe it's something that has to do with like the Godox triggers or stuff like that, but I would shoot and then also automatically my ISO jumps up to like 1600. You might want to check it out if you're using a Canon Godox trigger, and if you're having that issue, that could be it. So I don't know if it's a firmware thing, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you ever had that issue and maybe you have another way to solving it, but I definitely had that problem. And actually my buddy Jay from one of the videos that I did a few videos ago, definitely check out that video. I'm gonna leave it down in the description box or in the card above. He had that same issue as well, and I forgot to warn him up about that, and he shot like 20 images and it was like overexposed, and so we had to reshoot those People have been messaging me through Instagram and asking me, hey, are you gonna be switching over to Canon EOS R or staying with your Sony? And the answer to that question is that I'm definitely gonna be staying with my Sony a7 III. I love the Sony ecosystem. However, depending on how the EOS R2 comes out, and I know there's like another Fuji camera coming out too. There's gonna be a few cameras coming out this year. But depending on EOS R2 and the price drop and the difference, I don't know. I might actually try to see, might invest into the EOS R because of the fact that I do not just do like these type of videos. I actually like vlogging. I actually like have these other ideas that I want to do, and having less gear as far as not having to carry a monitor with me when I'm vlogging. You know, it's something to me that's just easier workflow. So yeah, totally. At the end of the day, guys, it doesn't really matter what camera you have or you want to get or you want to switch over to. As long as your camera works, man, just get it. Do some really awesome content, build your gear, your kit up, you know, save up money, get the next big thing that you want to do. And it's great to have all these other YouTubers give their opinions and all that stuff. Even my opinion, you know, take it with a grain of salt, you know, like test it out for yourself. Test out the Sonys, test out the Fujis, test out the Canons, you know, like just try it out for yourself and then give your own analysis and just make the decision that's going to be best for you, your budget, and all that good stuff. Let me know down below if you have Sony system, Canon system, what are you using for the type of work that you're doing? And yeah, let's have fun. Let's have a good conversation going. Thanks for watching this video, guys. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button below. Share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Until next video, stay awesome, stay fresh, keep creating. Peace.